The Patriots' 53-man roster is finally here. We'll break it down as well as all of the cuts that your New England Patriots made coming up in just a matter of moments. But first, I need you to subscribe to Patriots Today by Chat Sports as we near 6,000 subscribers. The more subs we get, the more content we can bring you. We brought you 2 videos today, for crying out loud. Subscribe now for daily news and rumors, live shows, watch parties, and more as we try to get to 6,000 subs. Join the family, and we'll get started with today's show. Let's begin with the cuts, and there are a lot of them. We start with Carl Davis Jr., Quandre Mosely, Carson Wells, Johnny Lumpkin, Diego Fagot, Brad Hawkins, Justus Tavai, C.J. Marable, Rodney Randle Jr., Micah Vanterpool, Scotty Washington, Corliss Waitman, Trace McSorley, Chasen Hines, Anthony Firkser, Jeremiah Pharms Jr., Kody Russi, Matt Scolo, Joshua Bledsoe, and then probably the biggest shocker of the day, Bailey Zappe gets cut. Not traded, straight up cut, but he wasn't the only quarterback cut today. Malik Cunningham gets the cut. When he got cut, everybody was saying, well, is Cunningham going to be the number 2 quarterback? Not so fast. More on that later. Riley Webb, Kevin Harris, Calvin Munson, Andrew Stuber, Thyrick Pitts, Bill Murray. I guess he'll have to go back to acting. James Ferentz as well. And then 4 more for you. We mentioned Anthony Firkser as well as Giles-Harris. Ronnie Perkins, the former Oklahoma Sooner, makes this list as well as J.J. Taylor. 4 injury reserves for the Patriots. They include Cody Davis, Trey Flowers, who the Patriots just signed a couple weeks ago, Isaiah Bolden, who had that very scary injury against the Green Bay Packers, and then Connor McDermott as well. So those are the cuts and the injury list. What is your one-word reaction? I'm stunned, quite frankly. You got 1 quarterback on the active roster right now, 2 running backs. I am stunned. That is my one word, stunned. What is your one-word reaction? Give it to me in the comment section. Let me know. So Mac Jones is QB1, literally. There's not any other quarterbacks on the roster at the moment. Don't expect that to last long. There's a lot of options out there. I know Colt McCoy's name's been thrown around. Carson Wentz's name's been thrown around. The Patriots will have a backup quarterback. Apparently, Bill O'Brien didn't like any of the other quarterbacks in that quarterback room. We'll keep an eye on that of who the Patriots bring in to be QB2. The running back room includes Rhamondre Stevenson and Ezekiel Elliott, holding those 2 spots. Same deal, kind of like the quarterback position. Don't expect the Patriots to roll with just 2 backs. I would think that they're going to look around and go shopping a bit and see if for a number 3 or maybe even a number 4 running back as far as that goes to have some depth there. The wide receiver position, the Patriots going with 4 wideouts. This is a sneaky good receiver room here. You don't have a great receiver in this bunch, but you have some really good ones. Devontae Parker, Tyquan Thornton, Juju Smith-Schuster are very solid. Kendrick Bourne had a very good camp and very good preseason. He's looking to have a bounce back year. Kayshon Boutte, more on him in just a second. The rookie out of LSU. And Demario Douglas, one of the stars of the offseason, the 6th-round pick out of Liberty. He's been fantastic. But let me tell you about Kayshon Boutte. He had a fantastic rookie year, or freshman season at LSU, was a freshman All-American, and things went downhill pretty fast for Kayshon Boutte. This was a guy that was expected to be, when he came out, a first-round pick after that freshman season, and then things went downhill fast. Comes to New England, got off to a slow start, wasn't feeling too good, was dropping a lot of passes, wasn't getting comfortable in this offense, and then just had a breakthrough. Played really well the last couple of preseason games. His preseason stats included 4 receptions, 56 yards, 14 yards of reception, and a touchdown, and he rightfully earns his spot in this roster and even caught the attention of Bill. Here's what Belichick had to say recently about Boutte. He didn't do a lot in the spring, and as camp went on, seemed to get stronger and more productive, both in practice and games, really in all the areas that he worked into. So that was very encouraging. He showed explosive ability on the field, when he played. You get Bill's attention like that, you get a spot in the 53-man roster. Of the Patriots roster, there's a lot of different players to choose from. Who is your favorite player on the Patriots roster? Give me a name. Drop them in the comment section who your favorite Patriot player is. I'm very curious. A little survey question. Let me know in the comment section below. Tight ends. The Patriots going with 2. We know that they love to run that 12 personnel. We'll see Hunter Henry as well as Mike Gesicki holding those 2 spots. Gesicki, they brought over from the Miami Dolphins. The offensive line. The Patriots going with a lot of linemen here. 11 to be exact. Trent Brown, Cole Strange, David Andrews, Micah, Riley Reif, and one of the newest additions for the Patriots, that would be Vidarian Lowe, who they traded from the Minnesota Vikings. He's expected to be a swing tackle. Sidney Sal, who the Patriots selected in this year's draft out of Eastern Michigan, he's on the list. Watch out for Jake Andrews, potentially to compete for playing time maybe later on in the season. Tyrone Wheatley Jr., another swing tackle who the Patriots traded for from the Cleveland Browns. Mafi, and then Calvin Anderson also at that left tackle spot as well. Let's go to the defense now. And the defense includes Wise Jr., Devon Lawrence, Keon White lead the way on that front. And I am very fascinated about Keon White. I'll tell you more about him in just a second. The other defensive linemen, Daniel, Christian, Sam, no real surprises with the decisions that were made there with that group of defensive linemen the Patriots are going with. But let's go ahead and focus in our attention on Keon White. This guy, of the small sample size we got in the preseason, he was just all over the field. And this is a type of guy that, when I'm fascinated what he brings to the table for the New England Patriots, he's not just a pass rusher. He's going to be very good in run defense. He can drop back in coverage. He is going to be everywhere. And although he won't be a starter when the season begins for the New England Patriots, you're going to see him fly all over the football field and be an impact player. He was the 46th overall pick, previously played for Old Dominion before he was at Georgia Tech. Third-team All-ACC selection last year. Mel Kiper had him as the 31st best player in this year's draft. So the Patriots got some good value with Keon White with that pick at 46. To the outside linebackers, this is a very good group. Matthew Judon, of course, leading the way there. Marte Mapu, currently listed as a linebacker right now. Going to be interesting to see if they play him at safety, what exactly his role will be. We've seen him play a little bit of both throughout camp, and for now he holds that linebacker spot, but don't be surprised if you see him line up at safety at times as well. Inside backers, Bentley, Wilson, and Board. Board mostly a special teams guy, but you'll see a lot of Bentley and Wilson holding down those spots. Wilson had a very nice camp, a nice bounce back from what we saw last year, and you should expect him to be very good, have a nice step forward in 2023. Obviously, this is a tough day for a lot of folks around the National Football League and right here in New England as we say goodbye. I mean, I am shocked that Bailey Zappe got straight up cut. And I know we're disappointed to see Malik Cunningham not in a Patriots uniform right now. Hopefully he's back on the practice squad. So here's what I want you to do. Let's go ahead and send our best well wishes to everybody that got cut as they turn the page to their next chapter, whether they're coming back to New England on the practice squad or going somewhere else. Go ahead and spam good luck in the comment section. Who knows who could be watching right now. Show them some love. Spam good luck as they move on to the next endeavor. To the cornerback room. This is a very good cornerback room for New England. Christian Gonzalez leading the way there with Jack Jones, Jonathan Jones, Sean Wade, Marcus Jones, and Miles Bryant. Miles Bryant gets that one spot there. Miles Bryant, a very good pick. I like the idea of holding him to that spot. Christian Gonzalez, I would expect the Patriots to start him right away at that outside corner spot when the season begins for New England. Safeties, a very good safety room. Kyle Duggar, Adrian Phillips, Jabril Peppers, Jalen Mills. All four of these guys will see significant playing time. You'll see them bounce around, and you'll see some three high safety looks. Belichick and company going to get creative with what they do with these safeties here. They have some versatility. Maybe you bring them down, play a little linebacker, whatever it may be. All four of these guys are going to see the field. Special teams. More than just these three, by the way. Chad Ryland is going to be your starting kicker. We found that out today with the Nick Folk trade as the Patriots acquired a 7th-round pick. Bryce Behringer, more on him in just a second. He's going to be your starting punter, both rookies holding those two spots. And Joe Cardona is going to be the long snapper. And as producer Smitty has nicknamed him, to his credit, Bryce Behringer, known as the Punt Messiah, might be a little sacrilegious, but we'll go with it anyway, has arrived. He is here, the second coming of the Punt Messiah, the 6th-round pick out of Michigan State, consensus All-American, and he has been money. And you look at this Patriots team, they're going to play a lot of field possession football, if we're just going to be frank with you. They're going to need everything they can get out of Bryce Behringer, and he has played a significant role with what he did in the preseason. 11 punts, averaged over 50 yards a punt, and he had a nice 69-yard long punt. I think Behringer could be a Pro Bowl caliber punter right from the jump. Couple return specialists. Brendan Schooler, Matthew Slater, Amir Speed. Don't expect those guys to be playing much in their natural positions. Expect those guys to be focused in on their return jobs there. So, what do you think of the Patriots' 53-man roster? Obviously, there's some glaring holes on the offensive line. I think this roster is better than what people would give it credit for, though, than what most people would think. What would you grade it? A, B, C, D, or F? Grade it for me in the comment section and let me know. Subscribe to the channel as we have more Patriots coverage for you. We're going to be watching that waiver wire. If any news of that comes, we will let you know on tomorrow's show. And we will be all over the Patriots this season with daily news and rumors, watch parties, live shows. You got to subscribe. You ain't alive, you ain't subscribed. Subscribe now for free, and we'll see you next time here on Patriots Today.